So here's a project that I've really been looking forward to doing this winter as I wait for spring to come around and get back outside again. I've been using this table as a workbench area, just something to store things on, work on. And as you can see, it's not very big. There's not a lot of space, and you put things on there and you lose space really quickly, and it's really flimsy as well. It's not really secure, it's not very solid. It's just something better than nothing. So today what I want to do, I have a leftover sheet of plywood from the Trampoline project. If you haven't seen that, links where you find your links. I'm going to use that spare piece of plywood to make a proper work area, and I've got a couple of pieces of 2x4 and a piece of 4x4, and we're going to make something really nice. So with that, let's get started. Alright, the space is nice and clear. We're ready to go and start making cuts and getting everything ready to put together. It's going to be a 6-foot wide table. It's going to be 2 feet deep, and it's going to be about 38 inches or so off the ground. I think that's going to be a nice height for me to work with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a piece of 2x4 that just runs across the wall here, and I'll stick it right into these studs. And then we'll have the tabletop come off of that onto a frame, and then a couple of 4x4 legs coming out the front. I think it should look really nice. It is leftover plywood, so I think I'm going to sand it down, clean it up the best I can, and go from there. So with that, let's get to it. All right, another night to work on the workbench project. I've got everything for the tabletop frame cut. This was my first time doing a dado joint, and it's not perfect, and I realize that, but I'm gonna go ahead and see how it comes together and go from there. Some of the spaces are a little too wide, but once we screw it together, we'll see how it goes. I think it looks nice for what it is, and for it only being my first time, I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't cut the 4x4 yet. I'm gonna wait until I officially decide on how high I want it to be before I cut those legs. The tabletop itself is cut to size. I want to sand it down, get some of the grass stains off of it, just kind of smooth it out. It is rough plywood, so I do plan on sanding this. Tonight what I want to get done is assembling the tabletop frame. Sanding is coming along nicely. Here's the before. Really super rough, dirty, grass stains. After, we're getting a nice whiter shade, which is a little more bearable to look at. We're cleaning up the sides here in the corners. And yeah, big difference. Looks a lot better. We'll finish this out and then we'll screw it into place. Well, all right, there it is. It's all done. I'm really happy with it. I took some 60 grit sandpaper over it a few times, and then I did a 120 grit, and it's super soft. It's really smooth. Took a lot of the grass stains out of it, which was really nice, and I'm really happy to have this nice solid piece. Like I said at the beginning, this is a leftover piece of plywood from the Trampoline project. And it's nice to be able to reuse it, and I reused most all of the pieces of plywood that we used in that project. The shelves are up, I don't know if you've seen those, and now this. So really happy to have it. Nice to have this project done. I'm going to go ahead and clean the rest of this up, put everything back where it goes, and get my vise back over here and my All-American sharpener back over here, and call it a night. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.